earlier today. So let me know when you're on. Got a lot of things to kind of update you on. This is by the title, the Natasha Denona Mini Rose Palette, and you will know if you're a long time subscriber of mine that I have used it quite a lot, but we're going to really go in with this kind of cool toned brown because it is autumn. I'm going to try and get the autumnal look, still using the rose kind of colours. So yeah, a little bit, I think I'm about 3 or 4 minutes early, but I'll wait for you guys to come on. I'll do my skincare while people are hopping on, and go from there. But I do hope everyone's well. I'm just going to check settings for everybody because I know we do have issues sometimes. That's fine. Okay, I know I'm only on literally a couple of seconds. So I'm going to start off by cleansing. I hope everyone's been well. My video for the 10-minute requested 10-minute makeup under 10. Hi Kaya, how are you? How have you been? I'm finally on. I know it's been a little bit hectic the last 2 weeks for me. How's school? How's school been? It's been a little bit chaotic here, but that's good. You know, that's good. Have you got your Halloween holidays coming up soon? I know it's been a while since I've been on. I've got a lot to update people on, but I will wait kind of until... I did cleanse my face earlier, but I thought I'll just do it again. My hair's not doing what I want it to either, so it's up like this. But let me know when you're on, guys. So I do have a lot to kind of update you on, but I do hope first and foremost that you're all well and healthy, and doing good. Glad that school is good, Kaya. A lot of people over here in school are starting to get their Halloween, even though it's really early. They're getting their Halloween holidays already, so they're getting like an extra week in school off. So that's quite good for them. A little bit of a break before Christmas. Okay. So I'm just basically, I have cleansed earlier, guys, but I'm just kind of, taking away the day as such. But we have 4 homework. So you get a lot of homework. So like when you get your break from school. Hi Anna, how are you? So when you get your break from school, does that mean you get a lot of homework to take home with you basically? Hi Harry, how are you? Thank you for joining. So this is a makeup tutorial, guys, if you're very new to me. My name is Kira. I do makeup tutorials outside of YouTube. I'm a support worker for people with Down syndrome and autism. So that's what I do. But this is, if you look at the channel, it is primarily makeup tutorials. So I'm a former makeup artist, but now I don't do it so much anymore. I used to freelance. So yes, that's what we're doing today. That's okay, Kaya. Have a good week. I will be talking a bit later, guys, just about the channel and the kind of future of the channel. I am thinking of, not so sure where the future of it is going. I'm not the most, subscribed on YouTube, which I appreciate. And I am really thinking about the future and if it's kind of a realistic kind of point to continue it. If there is, I'm going to give it till Christmas and see how things go with subscribers. I've been on YouTube quite a while, and things have sometimes gone through phases where they've gone up and down, but I have been thinking about it for a very long time, particularly the last couple of weeks, and I'm thinking of whether to keep the channel. So that's kind of on my mind at the minute. Please give me your country visa. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is kind of prep the skin. So this is primarily a makeup channel. Today we're going to go in with the Natasha Denona, and this is their her mini rose palette. So it's an eyeshadow palette. I recently got the NYX Buttermelt blushes. They're not particularly new, but they're very, very good kind of value for money. This is in terracotta, and it's really nice, guys. A really nice one too. So what we're going to do is start off with some moisturizer. SPF. So I'm going to be going in with the Soleil, and it is their anti-aging sensitive face lotion, SPF 30, and it has advanced UVA and UVB. So that's really, really good. It's going to protect you in the heat. Okay. So we're just going to pop some of that on. So basically, before I do any makeup, I always pop on SPF, sun protection factor. The foundation is going to be Fenty Beauty. Mine is in 175. And the primer we're going to use is W7, which is a really good brand if you're kind of looking to save money. And this is their Prime Magic Green. And green is just kind of color correcting. So that's what that is. So we're just going to pop this on. I've just got a mirror beside me here. And this is really thick, but it blends in really quickly. So you'll see that. We're just going to blend that in. So I have cleansed already. And this is SPF 30, which is the minimum I would put on, guys. Minimum would be SPF 30. So I'm just rubbing that in. My hair isn't doing what I wanted to do today, so I've tied it up. But these little bits still aren't long enough to tie up. So, okay, so you can see it does give you quite a kind of shiny look, but it is SPF. SPF is going to do that. We're going to give that 30 seconds. So what I'm going to do then is go in with the W7 Prime Magic. This is like a Smashbox dupe. Smashbox, if you don't know, I'm sure you do if you're into makeup, but they are a very, very popular high-end kind of makeup, and W7 do a lot of dupes, so they dupe it, and a dupe means that they just copy the product, but it's at a much lower cost. So this is Prime Magic from W7, and it's their primer, basically color corrector. So you can see I've got redness. So what the color corrector will do is it will calm that redness down before we put on any makeup. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, guys, so this is a makeup channel, so that's the questions and conversations we have on here. I'm very happy to talk about things, but if you're not interested in makeup or anything like that, I understand, and you can move on. Okay. So the concealer, you're asked what's my favorite concealer? My favorite concealer, and I'm nearly out of it, is, hi Melody, how are you? Is the e.l.f. Holy Hydrating Concealer. That's my favorite. We're going to be using that today. I'm nearly finished. Yes. Thank you, Totes Not Ob. Wajid is just being a little bit, yeah, typical of certain people you get online, on lives. That's the thing with lives. You never know what you're going to get, and you do get people coming in asking really obvious questions. But thank you for that, Totes Not Ob. I'm not going to respond to them, so tell me your favorite beauty hacks that changed your life. I think that changing my life is beauty hacks would be just prepare and look after your skin first. And that's just coming from someone who used to have very, very bad acne. So if you prepare your skin and you look after your skin, then you'll find anything will work for you. I had acne as a teenager, and it really affected my confidence, and any products I put on would be sensitive skin, so it would just break out. So if there was anything I could tell you to help you guys out, would be really take care of your skin from a young age. Really do. Hi Rumpelstiltskin, I'm good. How are you? It's definitely been a trying 2 weeks. I'm thinking Rumpelstiltskin of the channel and the future of the channel. I was saying that in the beginning. I might wait for a couple of more people to come on. But obviously my subscriber count isn't the highest at the minute. And I'm thinking of kind of, is the channel going forward worth keeping? So that's kind of on my mind. My health, I have had the MRI. I'm getting the kind of electrodes kind of put on in the hospital, where there's like a recorder that I have to take home. If you remember, I had all those issues. I think Wajid, I'm just going to, sorry guys, 1 minute. Okay. All right. YouTube is taking away my notifications and click privileges. I didn't know they could do that. Oh my goodness. How did that happen, Rumpelstiltskin? I guess you don't know. Yes, I use the same Totes Not Ob. Okay, so what we're going to do is we've popped on our primer. So yes, Rumpelstiltskin, I've been same kind of things, fit health-wise hasn't been great. How have you been, Rumpelstiltskin? How's work going for you? Melody, I'm a teen and I'm getting tiny, tiny bumps on my face that are the same color as my face. Not acne and they're not itchy. Nothing is working. Any tips on that? That sounds like dry skin patches. Are they kind of hard to touch, to the touch? That sometimes comes from having extremely dry skin and not having the um, right moisturizers. You can go to a dermatologist for that. Um, yeah, you can go because they sound like really dry, kind of harsh, kind of to feel on this. What I would do is use more of kind of hydrate the skin, drink lots of water, and maybe go to a dermatologist because they can remove them once they're on to a certain extent, and they kind of it can be hard. Use a gentle exfoliator as well, really gentle exfoliator for sensitive skin. um that might be something to start off. If you can't go to a dermatologist, just go to, go to like one of the beauty counters or skincare counters, explain it, and they might be able to give you like an oatmeal exfoliator. Is very good because it gets into everywhere, lifts everything off, but it's really, really soft and doesn't kind of really irritate your skin. So if you can't go to a dermatologist, do something like that. That's what I would say. um Rumpelstiltskin, oh, I know, don't talk about taboo subjects like tat, deep taste, okay, etc. Melody, I can't afford to go. No, I know they are very expensive. So what I would do is go to like, instead of going to a beauty counter or a makeup counter, go to like, the counters they do, um, kind of, skincare and things like that, and go to maybe Clarins, that kind of thing, because they usually have counters in the same store, and just say, I really want to try and, erase these, and what do I do? And they might actually give you like a toner and exfoliator and start from there, I think. So you don't have to go Rumpelstiltskin to a dermatologist. I mean, give it a bit more time before deciding on the channel. Sometimes it takes time for traction, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it does affect when I come on, to be honest, because it is affecting my thought process on the channel. I have been around for quite a while. If you look at my channel and you look at my videos, Rumpelstiltskin, I've certainly been there for quite a bit. And I've just, even talking to my friends, it's like they were saying, well, give it a chance. But I'm like, do you know how long I've been here? And I'm not even at the minimum 1,000. So I'm not somebody that would take offense to it, but I certainly would say to myself, is it worth continuing? So yeah, it's on my mind. I'm not gonna, but it's certainly on my mind to try and figure out what to do. Melody, thank you so much. I'll try that. I hope it does help because when you go to a skincare counter, they'll do like a sensitivity test. So the other thing you can do, Melody, if you're still here, is they do an electronic scan of your face. So most places will do it, and depending on the country you're in, I'm not sure, but in the UK, I know number 7, which is in Boots. Basically, you put your face into this kind of computer, and it scans your entire face, and then it will show up anything on your face. It will actually show it up on this little picture, and it's free. They don't charge you, and then that picture will show then your skincare like suggestions, what you should do. So that's available in the UK. And number 7, Boots do it. I know they do it. Clarins do it. So yeah, I mean that would be something amazing to do. Um, Definitely. So I hope that helps. Um, so guys, for the foundation, I'm using Fenty Beauty 175, and this is her Soft Lit foundation by Rihanna. I got it as a gift, guys, and I completely forgot that it was there, and I feel really bad, so I'm going to use it. But Rumpelstiltskin, going away from me, how has your work been and life been in the last couple of weeks? I'm going to go with 2 pumps, guys, just because I do suffer from redness and it does take a little bit more for me, even if I've got primer on, just to keep the foundation on. Melody, I'm in Pakistan, so there's not a lot of technology, not even a beauty counter like you mentioned, though I'll try out oatmeal exfoliator. Yeah, oatmeal exfoliator. Online, do you have like online kind of skincare websites? And there might be like when you can go to like ask something, like there's an automatic customer, if you online and you go onto a website, and then this kind of AI kind of customer service little box comes up, you can kind of chat and talk that way, and that can kind of give you um, advice too. Um, but I hope it works. So I know I've still got some on here, guys, but you'll see that this Rumpelstiltskin says they've got the famous Multani Mitti face packs in Pakistan. What are they? I'd be really interested in those. So I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques foundation brush. They sound really interesting. I'm just going to take this piece of hair that wouldn't stay up when I was trying to put it on. We've got sandalwood powder face packs. That sounds amazing. That's meant to be very good for the face and the skin. So yeah, it's been on my mind, as well as kind of my health, um, what to do with the channel basically, and should I kind of continue, um, and I'm not somebody who takes it personally, but if it's something that maybe isn't going anywhere or won't go anywhere in the future, is it something I should do? So it's just kind of from that point of view. Okay. The other thing that's meant to be very, very good is anything like with seaweed extracts or anything like that for your face masks. Tea tree oil is supposed to be very good as well. So I'm just bringing that right back to the things there. Multani Mitti works amazing for oily skin. My skin is so dry. So is mine. My skin is extremely dry and it does nothing. I've tried it out actually. Yeah, my skin is very, very dry. I'm the same as you. So I'm always trying to find something that's kind of really hydrating. Really, really hydrating. But yeah, I have very, very dry skin too, Melody. Rumpelstiltskin, Mutani Mitti means soil from Multan. It's a place in Pakistan. It's fine river soil, supposedly filled with essential minerals. That sounds absolutely amazing. What mud packs can do, it sounds a little bit like a mud pack. If you've got dry skin, unfortunately, with a mud pack, it's designed to pull out your kind of, say, your oiliness and your kind of anything that needs to come out of your skin. So it will definitely clean your skin. But if you have dry skin, you might come out with even drier skin. So it might be clean and fresh, but if there isn't an element of moisture in the mud pack, with dry skin, it can actually just make it a little bit drier. So that would just be something I found. But mud packs and things like that, they're very, very good to calm redness and things like that. So they're very relaxing. That sounds really, really interesting. Wow, I must look at that. Okay, so I'm going to use the last, because you can see what I mean. I know I put 2 pumps, but actually you can see here, guys, it still needs the redness, especially in autumn. It just starts to come through. So that's as much as I'll put on now. I won't put on any more. But you can see what I mean, guys. I certainly need it. This is in 175. They don't have any names on the Fenty. I thought there might be names like beige, medium, porcelain, but this just says 175. So, and that's Fenty Beauty by Rihanna, who's had a little girl. I saw it on Instagram today. It was so cute. She's so pretty. And she's called her Irish, something Irish. Rihanna called her, so that was kind of unusual because I'm from Ireland. She called her something Irish, something I can't remember. I wish I remembered, guys, because I only saw it today. Okay, so that's kind of the foundation. We're going to worry about the rest with concealer. So I'm just going to get a cleaner. I'm going to make sure that all the comments are okay. Okay. There we go. Yep, all good. Okay. But yes, Melody, exactly. My skin just gets worse with Multani Mitti, which is a mud pack. It's too drying for me, even after adding honey, and does nothing for the bumps. Though it's great for oily and normal skin. Yeah, that's what I found. I found mud packs, they extracted all kind of the dirt and things like that. Not dirt, but anything that the skin needed to get rid of, but it left me really dry, even drier than before. So yes, if you've oily skin or normal skin, amazing. But I found the same as you, Melody. It was it just seemed a little bit too dry for me. Rumpelstiltskin, dispensing wisdom since 1983. Sounds good. A good year. A good year. Okay, so that's the foundation. It does say medium, guys, but you can see, I would call it light to medium. It says medium to heavy coverage for the Fenty Beauty, but yeah, I would say light to medium, but that's just me. Melody, yeah, I found the same, Melody. So I'm still kind of looking for something uh, to help that. Okay, so I'm going to go in with concealer, which is the e.l.f. And I'm almost down to this, guys. I'm down to the end of this. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. You can get the black top, which is just for the dry skin. This is hydrating for dry skin, so that's what I use it for. But that's a good year. That's my year too. Okay, so we're just going to pop this in. I've also been thinking about my job and stuff due to my health, like what to go, what to do. The night shifts are just a killer at the minute, guys. So if you don't know, I do support work outside of YouTube for which includes night shifts for assisted living with young adults with Down syndrome and autism. So it's full on. And I think it's just starting to take effect on me. So, yeah, I'm thinking about kind of my future and that. Lots of thinking the last 2 weeks. I've also not been very well either. Not been very well at all. So, kind of getting better now. But definitely something I'm thinking about is the future of the channel, really, and the kind of realistic point of it continuing. But that's just me, I'm going through all the good and bad points. Melody, me too. Even salicylic acid didn't do anything. I'm just tired at this point. Yeah, me too. I need to find something that's moisturizing, hydrating, but will also kind of not over moisture the skin. It'll just give it what it needs. I find that if I put a moisturizer on, it sinks in really quickly. Um, and that can be good and bad. But water moisturizers, something with a lot of water or hyaluronic acid is probably something that I try to go for as well. So what I'm going to do now is just blend this in quickly. And even though it's kind of autumn in the UK, guys, we've had really, really sunny days. Like today it was 19 degrees, which doesn't sound, I know, if you're from a hotter country, it doesn't sound a lot, but actually for the autumn here in October, 19 degrees is really, really hot. Um, so I'm just going to use my blender just because under the eyes is quite delicate. Okay. But yeah, I don't know if it's the algorithm or anything like that, but it's just made me realize, subscriber wise, things like that, guys, just little things that don't seem to budge really. And I'm not taking it kind of personally. Everyone should subscribe to something that they're interested in. But I'll see. I might give it till Christmas, but I am thinking kind of what the best situation is really. A Rumpelstiltskin. Um, Ayurvedic face mask for dry skin. Mix ingredients like sandalwood powder, turmeric, honey, aloe vera. Yes, aloe vera gel, yogurt or milk cream, and rose water to form a paste that provides moisture and soothes dryness. That sounds really good. Melody, oh, really? Here it's starting to um, get very chilly, especially today. There was a huge difference in temperature. We had a storm in the UK a couple of days ago, Storm Amy. Very windy, lots of rain, and then all of a sudden it just kind of changed, the complete opposite. Really sunny today, 19 degrees. So it's really odd. It's the weather is just, hi Kaya, you're back. How are you? Rumpelstiltskin just checked, so sandalwood face packs should be fine. Okay. I mean, when I was young, when I was a teenager, I had very acne prone, oily skin. That's the worst combination you can have. Oily with acne. It's not a good combination, is it? So that's what we've done there, guys. We've just popped on the concealer. And what we're going to do now is just set powders before we go in with anything else. I'm going to set the eyes first. We're going to be using the Revolution Pink Baking Powder. The video that was requested is the 10-minute makeup in under 10 minutes video is coming out on Wednesday, so that's going to be good. That was requested by Anna, so that's going to be done on Wednesday. It's a really good one too, guys, because it's so realistic. Most people only have about 10 minutes in the morning to get ready, so it's a really good one to do, I think. So this is the Super Matte Fix No Flashback. So this is from Revolution. No flashback. It's their baking powder. You can get it in banana light. I have it in pink, and I just use it under the eyes. So Melody, I have everything except the sandalwood powder. I'm willing to get it. Would it work for bumps at Rumpelstiltskin? Okay, that'll be interesting to know, Rumpelstiltskin. So Kaya, how has if you're here, how has all of your sports been going? How's that been doing? So what I do is I use like a triangle puff, guys, and I just pop it under. Rumpelstiltskin said, let me check. Give me a minute. Okay. So basically this is it. And the reason I like it under the eyes is this triangle is perfect for just right under here. It gets everything and it sets, even though it looks super pink. If you look, guys, it doesn't take long for it to set into the skin, and it dries your, it sets your concealer, and you can see the difference there, and it kind of brings a little bit to life. So you have the concealer here, but it's kind of just brought it, given it a bit of life, you know. So that's the Pink Revolution powder. That's good, Kaya, I'm glad. Okay, so we're just doing the same under here. And Melody got it, thanks. Yeah, I think she's gonna check for us. Okay, so you can see, guys, I haven't used it anywhere else. Anything that's left on the puff, I just go into the T-zone with. Now I am going to go in with an actual setting powder from Collections. It's got an SPF, which is great because I haven't found a setting powder with an SPF 20 before. And I found one a couple of weeks ago. This is Collections Mattifying Powder enriched with vitamin E. But if you see there in yellow, it's got that SPF 20, which is amazing. So, you know, okay, just using the rest just to get the T-zone. And now we're going to go in with the actual setting powder for the face. But yeah, anything for dry skin, Melody, I always look up because it's just something that I struggle to find products for. Okay, so now what we're going to do is show you this. It's from Collections, and it's translucent, so it's not going to affect any color, because I know it looks white. It looks really kind of scary to put that on your face, but actually it's translucent, which means that when it goes on, it's not going to take away any color. So this is what it looks like. I know it looks super, super white, but we're going to go in with a powder brush. Smells a bit like soap, so we're just gonna, this is what it looks like, and I know it looks super white, but if I show you guys, you'll see as I put it on, it's not changing any color, and that's what you want. You want it to set, but you don't want it to change any color you've popped on your face. You don't want to look ghostly, basically. So you can see, guys, what it's done there. It's mattified everything down a bit, and in autumn, guys, I like kind of more of a mattified makeup look. And we're going to go on the other side. So if I show you guys, you can see it's just given it a bit of color, made it matte looking, but it's certainly kind of set everything, and that's what we want. And it's got that SPF 20 in it as well, guys. So if you can find Collections anywhere. Rumpelstiltskin, yes, according to Artifact Principles, pure white sandalwood powder is considered beneficial for face bumps due to its antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and astringent properties. Wow, I'll try that out too, Melody. That sounds amazing. So in the summer, guys, I really love dewy and kind of really shiny looking skin, but in the autumn, just matte for me just looks a bit more put together, I think. I definitely love the matte look too. Yes, Melody, I do too. It just looks a bit more, I think, put together. Summer, absolutely. I love kind of the kind of, you know, very kind of, not, I wouldn't say oily look, but kind of dewy is probably the best word. Okay, so I've literally just set the face, guys, before we go in with anything. I am going to show you the bronzer I'm going to use today. So we've set everything now. That should be okay. Again, SPF 20 in a setting powder was new to me, so I'm glad I have that. Okay, so we're going to go in with Kiko Milano for the bronzer. Rumpelstiltskin, there's a whole article I read. It says one of the reasons for bumps would be excess oil in the skin. Wow. I guess I wonder if the skincare you use, if that has an effect on it. What type of skincare or cleansers you use, would that create anything? I'm not quite sure. So this is Kiko Milano, and you can see I'm doing quite good. This is the Flawless Fusion Bronzer. The actual packaging, guys, is quite pretty. It's like white, so there we go. Melody, but that's the thing, my skin is so dry, so there's not a lot of oil, and I exfoliate, so I have no idea why nothing's working. Well, do you drink a lot of water, or do you hydrate? That, you know, not that that would be the sole cause of everything. Would be definitely worth looking online, and maybe getting, if you can get like, you know, some of those consultants online that will do like a back and forth kind of chat, um just to see, particularly if you, that's okay, Kaya, it's been great to see you. um have a really good week. um this is the bronzer. I'm going to take some water in a minute, guys. I did bring some water up with me because the room is quite hot today, only because it's been quite sunny and I forgot to leave the window open. So all I'm doing is just bringing that right to the corner. So I'm bringing it, the thing is, guys, I know this looks harsh, but when you blend it out with a separate blender brush, it does look really natural. And again, this is a matte color. This is Flawless Fusion from Kiko Milano. So if I look back, you can see that it's not shiny, but it certainly gives that kind of sun-kissed look instead of like, you know, a contour or anything like that. You do try your best. I do too. I've got some water up here, but it's the first water I've drank all day. I drink a lot of tea, which is probably a bad thing. I like tea and then coffee in the morning, so I probably should do a bit better. Oh, dry skin bumps. Sorry, let me read some of those Verdict articles. As Arnold said, I'll be back. Amazing, amazing. Thank you, Rumpelstiltskin, for doing that today. So I'm just going to go under the cheekbones, guys. Just under. I'm not going to bring it any further than here. And that's just going to go right back to the hairline and then under the jaw. But work has just been really kind of tiring. So yeah, and so as you can see, I've only brought it to here. If I brought it to here, it would kind of make the skin droop a little bit and it would look kind of unusual. And then what you can do is just go in with just a normal clean blender brush and just blend that like that, so it doesn't look so harsh. And you still get that line, but you don't get it so harsh. So we're going to do the same on this side. And again, everything's matte because it's autumn. I don't know what autumn and matte I just prefer. Again, this is the Real Techniques contour brush as well. So we're just going to bring that up. Again, I'm starting from here. And you can see it a little bit better on this side, but I'm bringing that back to the hairline. And with a little bit on the nose, a little bit, just kind of look a bit healthier. I'm really looking forward to showing you the blush, guys. I never had like a terracotta blush before. I'm very into berries and pinks and things. And then I got this buttermilk blush from NYX. Never thought I'd actually wear a color like this, and I don't think I've even touched the other ones that I got. This is it here. And I know what you're thinking, that looks like a bronzer or an eyeshadow, but when I put it on, guys, I thought of autumn straight away. It smells like vanilla. And I'll swatch it for you. So it is super strong, but actually if I put it on a pointed highlighter brush, because that seems to be the best, I'll just show you. It does really, really look nice on your cheeks. So I kind of bring it up the cheekbone, and if I have to go in with a bigger brush, but look at that, guys. I would never have thought of this color for a blush, but it really has just, look at that. So I am going to blend that, guys, don't worry. So I go in then with my fluffy blender brush. And we're just going to bring that out, make it look a little bit more as natural as we can. But if you notice, I'm bringing it up the cheekbone. I'm not kind of going too into the center. But look at that, guys. Awesome. That looks like super nice for autumn. Look at that. And you can go as strong as you want with that. It's really strong. But I just saw it and I thought, wow, what a nice terracotta color for blush. I never would have kind of gone for that before. So that's what we're going to do. And I used a highlighter brush for that. So that's as much as I put on. You can go as strong as you want. But you can see, guys, it definitely just gives that autumn kind of vibe, doesn't it? Rumpelstiltskin, it's important to choose white sandalwood over red for dry skin. Use it a few times a week to avoid over drying, and always pair it with hydrating ingredients like milk or honey. Wow. We're getting a lot of good advice tonight, Rumpelstiltskin. Thank you. Particularly because we both, me and Melody, have dry skin. I think we're going to be taking all this in. definitely. But dry skin is one of those things that you just try everything, don't you? Because you don't want, it's just an uncomfortable feeling to have dry skin. Um, okay, so we're just going to blend this out. And again, this is Terracotta from NYX, and it's part of their Butter Melt blush range. So it's as much as I'm going to put on, but you can see, guys, it definitely gives kind of autumn vibes, I think. That's what we're doing. Hi, Karuna, how are you? Welcome. So you can see, guys, it's just really, I just thought of autumn straight away. I was like, wow. And it's called Terracotta if you're looking for it. And it's in Feeling Butter. Okay, so this is Feeling Butter. I do have the berry one, but I haven't gone near that since I've had this. Okay. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to just have a drink, guys, because let's have a quick look. Sorry, guys, I'm just doing one thing just because somebody was... Okay. Okay. How do you deal with smile lines creasing after a couple of hours of makeup, especially for glam makeup? Sorry if I'm being annoying. You're sweet, so I feel it's okay. I I don't really find that with smile lines. I guess if you're somebody who gets smile lines, go for something like a lighter. Don't go for a foundation. Maybe go for an SP, like a skin tint, because it's lighter. If the heavier the foundation, the more you're going to get kind of those lines caked in. Go for a lighter SPF. Stick with a nice light concealer, hydrating concealer. Um, but I would just had this to hand, and I thought anything heavy, if you have smile lines. Oh, sorry, guys. Anything heavy, if you have smile lines, is going to um, just make it a little bit worse, I think. So something like Fenty Beauty might be nice, but then over the couple of hours, if it sticks into places, you're not going to like that. So something with an SPF that's also just a skin tint, like this one, would be great because nice and light. It's not going to stick into any places. And then even don't have a powder blush. Go for like a nice liquid blush so the powders aren't too drying, because powders will stick over time as well. And go for a setting powder is really important too. Um, Bring like a little dabbing powder puff around with you if you do find that you get smile lines throughout the day, and take a little bit of powder and then just kind of set it. If you need to, go in and just set it. But avoid any heavy makeup, I would say, and go for skin tints, liquid blushes, anything that's just nice on the skin. That's powder tends to cake. So if you've got smile lines, then I would say go for lighter makeup. That's what I would say, if that helps. I'm going to just take some water, guys. So that's the blush, guys. I don't know if you've tried them yet. They're the NYX Professional Buttermilk blushes. I do have the berry one, but I think I've put it away. This one has just been, I've loved it. So we're going to be using that today, like I did. I'm going to just take some water. Okay. Okay. I needed that water. But I was out with my friend yesterday, and she has this gorgeous dog. Is it a Bichon Frise or something? And we brought it to Blenheim Palace because it's like it can kind of run around. It is oh my god, it's the cutest dog. I needed time with the dog. It was just lovely. I used to have a West Highland Terrier years ago, and she was like my little best friend. So yeah, she's called Tara, and she's just lovely, guys. Oh my goodness, got my little dog cuddled in yesterday. So that was nice. So that's kind of what we've got the base makeup on. I'm looking for the brows now, and I'm just wondering where I put my brow. Do you ever notice, guys, there's always something on this live that I look for, on any live. And today it's brows. Okay, I see something. I didn't really want to use it because it's coming to the end of it, but I guess I should use it to get kind of the end of it. But this is the e.l.f. and it's their Holy Strokes Micro Fine Brow Pencil. Melody, I tried to set it with powder, but it feels like it just takes my base off even if I touch a little bit with the glam makeup, because in Pakistan we do glam makeup. Yeah, your makeup for weddings is amazing, Melody. Absolutely beautiful. The eyes and everything and the dress, everything is gorgeous. Um, I'm wondering, so the powder just doesn't really help then. It takes off the rest of the makeup. What I would say is if you're going for the eyes, go for strong eyes and go for light makeup. Go for a very light powder, something translucent like this. That's not going to, some translucent just means that you can put a lot of color on your face, set it, but um it's not going to kind of caking on your skin. But put a tint, if you've got really good skin, just put a little skin tint with SPF on. So even if you have dry skin but you have no acne, no anything else, put a hydrating skin tint on. L'Oreal do them, not just NYX. There's a lot of skin tints out there. And then really just focus on the eyes, because they're really the star. I love that makeup. It's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. And the dresses and everything, they're gorgeous. So if the skin and the caking is an issue, maybe try to skip powder if you can get away with it. Skip the powder, because and do a really good setting spray, because then if you're skipping the powder, you're lessening the kind of probability that anything will cake, because powder really is the culprit when something cakes, especially around smile lines. It's going to be powder. So maybe try, if you can get away with it, not to set with a setting powder and just go with a setting spray instead. Because then you've just got your skin tint, you've got your lovely eye makeup done, and then it's kind of, you kind of might be avoiding, particularly with flashback. This one is no flashback, which means if there's photos being taken, it doesn't kind of shine and show. So things like that. If you can get away with it, maybe try to skip powders, because they are the culprit really when it comes to kind of things caking. Um, Thank you so much for the compliment. You're welcome. I love it. I love watching kind of bridal makeup in India. I think it's gorgeous. And I love the fact that, the celebrations go over a couple of days. The dresses, everything is just gorgeous, really feminine. I think they celebrate their femininity really, really well in India and Pakistan and places like that. They really do. If you're wondering what I'm doing, guys, this has to be shaken to activate. So this is the e.l.f. Holy Strokes micro brow pen. But yeah, I absolutely love looking at those videos and the get ready with me's for the bridal, Indian bridal. It's beautiful. So I'm just going to open this. Of course it won't open on live. There we go. So that's what it looks like. It's a little kind of pen. So we're just going to, I'm just going to look in the mirror, and I'm only going to go in the direction where the brow is. Don't create a brow that's not there, guys, because if it's raining or there's heat, it's going to come away, and it's not going to be very, I guess, complimentary is the word. Always try to fan out the end of don't bring it down, because it'll age you. If you fan out the end of the tail of your brow, it will make your eye look bigger and it will lift your eye. Whereas if it goes down like this, you can see it's really dragging the eye down. When it goes up, it's making it look a lot bigger. I have acne scars, so I need the whole coverage foundation. And if I don't powder, it doesn't last long at all, because it's so hot in Pakistan and we have to stay like, okay, so you do you know what I go for? MAC powder. MAC Cosmetics have a strobe-free powder. Strobe-free means that it's a powder, but it's a mix between a powder and a liquid. And MAC mineral powder. Look for MAC mineral. It's a mix between powder and mineral, so liquid, and it's a little compact, and it's amazing. So it has the MAC all over body foundation, but it also has, it's called strobe, and it's their mineral, which means kind of liquid, and powder in one. Amazing, absolutely amazing. And MAC is a really good kind of makeup brand, and it lasts for hours and hours. So if you can look for MAC. So did you say, Melody, that there's no counters? You can't go to a shop or a store. It's not face to face there. If you can get MAC online, MAC makeup, they do. It's called a mineral and powder in one. It's a little compact, like I said, and it's a mixture of both. And then that way you don't have to put powder on, and it lasts for hours. So then if you secure that with something like, a spray as well, I mean, absolutely it would stay on. Uh, Last maker said hi. Hi, Kaya. How's your evening going? Have you been watching Rookie? Hi, Kaya. The new episodes again this week. I'm very excited. Yes, it's probably one of my favorites. Very hard for me to stick with the series, Kaya. I know you're on series 5 and we've got series 7, so you've got a lot to look forward to. But it's really good right now. Really, really good. Oh, that sounds interesting. Do you not have Mac in Pakistan? I can look that up. I don't have my laptop here and I'm on live. Mac makeup. It might be online. If you can go online, do you have like a? Is that the? Do you have like a website you can go online where you can get all different makeup brands, anything like that? You might be able to find Mac. MAC is it? It's Mac. So as you can see, guys, with this, you do have to work with it, and that's why I was looking for my other one, to get kind of a good, and it's a very natural look. You're not going to get that really dark brown look. So as you can see, I've been working with this for quite a while, and that's probably why I keep it to the side, because I tried it a couple of times and it just wasn't for me. But we will use it today because it's nearly at the end. Rumpelstiltskin Rookie, is that the one with the bodyguard? No. So Rookie is like it's about rookie. Basically is like, the term rookie means a beginner basically, and it is about a police squad, basically, and how they all start out and then how they grow and things like that, and the kind of what they go out to and what they see. It's really good. It's really, really good. It's a series, obviously. It's not kind of reality or anything like that, but the characters are really interesting. It's really diverse. Yeah, it's really, really good. um but yeah, rookie, the word rookie itself, as you know, means sort of beginning something. um so we're just going to get this person straight away. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I'm going to start on this side, guys, because you can see, if I try to just swatch it for you, you can see what I mean. It takes a lot to get any out. So Melody, I could get it online, but the thing is, $1 is over 300 rupees, so even your cheap products become way too expensive. Wow, okay, let me think of a dupe for MAC. Um, Let me think. Rimmel, if you can get Rimmel. Rimmel have a powder to liquid foundation. Revolution. I'm trying to think of kind of, I get that. I understand that. What makeup brands do you have in Pakistan, Melody? So what makeup brands would you use for your weddings, Melody? Do you get, is it like one of your relatives do your makeup, or does a makeup artist do your makeup? Because if it's a makeup artist, you might be able to get advice that way. But yeah. So you can see why I'm kind of pushing them out, because it brings the eyes up. If you really try to kind of put, at any age, if you put your kind of brow at the end, the tail of it down, it's just going to bring your eyes down. So that's why I'm focusing a little bit here, guys, if you're wondering. Just getting it right out to the side there. Okay. Rumpelstiltskin, I'm waiting for Ted Lasso season 4. I've heard of that. I haven't seen it yet, but Lakme, Revlon, L'Oreal, Nika are big brands here. Yeah, L'Oreal is really good. I'm sure they'd have a powder to. The reason I say mineral to powder is that you're not kind of having to use a powder on its own, which then is just more product which will cake more. The other places it cakes not just smile lines, it's like the nose, the chin, under the eye. The T zone is the first place, which is the forehead and down here. That starts to cake, particularly if it's hot and there's pictures been taken, things like that. So yeah, I think either L'Oreal would be a good brand, Melody, to look at as well. I do my makeup myself. I'm a teen, so I've learned how to make it myself, but there are some things I do struggle with. Yeah, I know. It depends what you like to wear as well. Like, are you somebody that wants to wear a lot of makeup? Do you just want to do the eyes? I mean, do you just want to look kind of clean makeup, which is just the skin and a nice kind of lashes? I mean, it depends, doesn't it? Um, I will try the strobe powder for sure. Absolutely. They even do strobe foundation. I mean, they do the strobe foundation on its own, liquid foundation on its own. They do the strobe powder on its own. Then they do the powder to liquid together. So, but I understand if it's like MAC again is even here, Melody, MAC is really expensive. So I guess it depends. L'Oreal would be a good, like Rumpelstiltskin suggested. L'Oreal would definitely be like a good alternative. But if you can find Mac at a good price, then look for sales. Actually, coming up to Christmas and January time, they do a lot of discounts, don't they? And kind of sales and Black Friday and things like that. So that might be something to look at. I'm just going to take a drink, but what we're going to do then is go in with the Natasha Denona, and this is her mini rose palette. And because it's coming into autumn, we're going to kind of do a nice look here, but we're definitely going to go on the outer V with this kind of matte brown here. I got to scoot. Take care, Kira. You too, Melody. Bye, Rumpelstiltskin. It was really good chatting to you. Hope you've got have a good rest of your week. I'll see you guys on. I'll see you on Wednesday. I'll be back on Wednesday if you're here. I'll be here. But I'm just thinking about the future of the channel, as I've said, and what I should do really. Melody, I mostly do glam makeup on weddings. Light makeup is no problem for me in the day. Yeah, I sometimes even don't wear makeup in the day if I'm going to work. Honestly, I don't. I used to a lot, but now I kind of think to myself, and maybe it's my job too. We do look clean and tidy, but as a support worker, if I need to, I'll use a skin tint, but a lot of the time I'll try to stay away from makeup. Rumpelstiltskin by yeah, Rumpelstiltskin's great. So have it, have it. I think you might have. I think he's a couple of you guys are a couple of hours ahead, aren't you? So might be time to go to bed for you guys. So what I'm going to do, guys, is we're going to go in with this color here, which is this one, and we're going to just cut the crease with that one right there. And what cut the crease means is that you just go with the fluffy brush and you go here just on the end, just to kind of differentiate from top to bottom, basically. So I'm going to go in with the fluffy brush for that. And finding my fluffy brush now is here. This is just the e.l.f. fluffy brush. Yeah, I'm the same. Like for a special occasion, Melody, for sure, I will be the same as you. But occasionally, or if I was going to meet friends, even if I met a friend, it would be light makeup. But yeah, you should go to sleep, Melody, for sure. We're just kind of, I'm halfway through, so but definitely look on the replay. Definitely if it's 10 to 1 in the morning, for sure. But thank you for joining. It's been really nice chatting to you. And I hope to see you again soon. This is the mini rose palette. So this is not her big palettes. I don't have any big palettes from Natasha Denona. I got this on sale. So I'm going to just cut the crease with this. It's a nice purpley pink color. It just gives a nice autumn vibe. And that's what it looks like. And you can always kind of soften it out in a moment, but just to get that initial kind of color, I'm going to do the same on the other side. Yes, life is definitely at the minute quite stressful, and yeah. I'm going to go now. Thank you. You were so sweet and awesome, and I'll definitely come back with more questions. Love you. Bye. That was great to chat to you, Melody, too. And definitely come back whenever you like. I've got longer form content videos, and I do lives 8 p.m. UK time, Monday, Wednesday, and Sundays. So definitely take care, and I'll hopefully get to chat to you soon again. And sleep well. So, guys, what I'm going to do now is just soften that out a bit, because you can see there's kind of in the corners, just due to when I was putting it on. It does need to be kind of blended out, so we're going to do that. um, have a good sleep, Melody and Rumpelstiltskin. So this is just a clean fluffy brush, and all I'm going to do is soften that out. There's nothing on this brush, so what it's going to do is just soften the colour and kind of bring it up without looking too harsh. Now I can see here it's gone a little bit into the corners there, so we're just going to do that. And then what we're going to do is go into the inner corners with this here, which is, it says flamingo. So we're going to do that. Thank you. I will. And we're just going to go into the inner corners of the eye with that. And that's going to kind of like act as a primer. It's one thing I haven't put on today, guys. But if you're saying to yourself, I don't want to use a primer, what can I use? Use your concealer. Your concealer is absolutely fine. And you can see what that's done straight away, guys. What it's done is it's lifted up my eye. So it's made it look bigger, but it's made it look wider and kind of brought it up slightly. Okay, and I'm just doing that on the other side. So you can see it just lifts everything up a bit. And then we're going to go in with that cooler toned brown really carefully, because obviously it is, I'll swatch it for you, it is very, very cool toned and dark. So if I just, that's what we're looking at, so we have to be super careful. So what I do is I place it and then brush it afterwards. I do a placement. Look how dark that is. So, and you bring, if you want to, just dab that up slightly. And then, so if you see that, look how dark that is. So you are going to get your kind of autumnal dark look, but you can control where it goes when you use your fingers on the outer or inner corners. And I'm just going to do the same, being really light with this. I don't want it to go too far in. Again, there will be pictures in my post section as well. So you can see, guys, and I haven't even blended it in yet. So this is why I wouldn't take this color on a brush by itself. I kind of control where it goes. And there you go. You can see it's just kind of made these pop even more. So now I'm going to take that fluffy brush and I'm going to just blend all that out. But if you haven't seen my channel, you haven't seen my lives before, my name is Kira. I do lives on a Monday, Sunday and Wednesday, 8 o'clock UK time. And every single week there is a longer form content video on my channel too in the video section. So as you can see, guys, that's what it's done. It's just given it a little bit of brightness, but you certainly have your autumn colors here. You could go deeper and deeper and work that up as much as you want to. I think for this, it looks quite good. What we're going to do now is I always set my face twice. So this is all the base makeup done without mascara. So I'm going to go in, set my face, because if you set your face after mascara, what tends to happen is that the mascara will just bleed down, and you don't want that to happen. So what I'm also going to do, guys, before we do that, is I'm going to get a placement brush. We're going to bring that brown just under here slightly. Hi, Kurt, how are you? So this is a placement brush, and what that means is that it's very thin and it just gets to the areas that you want it to get. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use that brown that we just used before and take a little bit of it on the brush like that. And all we're going to do, I'm going to be looking in the mirror when I do this, guys. Just going to grab my mirror. Is if you want to go that extra step, we're just going to use the smaller end first, and we're going to just bring that out and up. And I'm not bringing it all the way in. Can you see that? Because I want it to look bright. I'm not, if I brought that in, it would make the eye come down. So what we're going to do on this side, we're going to do the same. It doesn't take very long. We can use whatever's remaining on the brush, and we can do the same thing. This eye is always slightly more sensitive. I always do remember that every time I try to do something under the eyes. So I have to keep that in mind. I'm good, thank you, Kurt. Thank you for asking. As you can see there, guys, I'm just going right into the edges on the end. I'm not going to go too far. Sorry if you can hear the wind, it's crazy. So that's kind of without going too much with mascara. That's really good. So what we're going to do now is set all of this before we go in with mascara. Thank you all for joining tonight. If you do like these kind of videos, I am on a Monday, Wednesday and Sunday at 8 o'clock UK time. And if you want to take a look at my longer form content and subscribe, you can. It's all about makeup. Some mental health videos were requested too, so they're up there as well. And you don't need a lot of this, guys. And this is the Matte Fix All Control Fixing Spray from Revolution. So matte means it's going to set the makeup and not look shiny. Basically, that's what that means. So I'm going to go in with mascara. And again, photos will be in my post section. All my kind of social media is on my platforms here, so do take a look. This is the Rimmel Scandaleyes Wow Wings. The purple is waterproof. They have a blue one just to let you be aware. The blue top means it's not waterproof. So purple, waterproof, just to keep that in mind. We do need that in England. So, okay, just going to take a little more water, and then we're going to go ahead with mascara. I want to thank everyone for joining me today, tonight even. Okay. Right, so let's go in. I'm going to get, if you know me, you know that I get a small mirror and I look down when I'm doing mascara because it just gives you that little bit more control. Again, there will be pictures in my photo section and a link to this if you're on replay. So there we go. I am kind of thinking about the channel and the reality of it going forward. I know I haven't got the biggest subscriber count at the moment, so that does kind of play on my mind as to whether or not I should continue. So that's on my mind at the minute. So I'll be doing a lot of thinking in the next couple of weeks as what's the best thing to do. So what I do is just use a little mirror, and I look down and I just really focus on where I want the mascara to go. And I know mascara, I always say, is probably the most boring thing to look at somebody do. That's why when I'm on longer form content, I can kind of fast forward this process. So I apologize, guys. It isn't the most interesting part of the live. You can see I'm taking my time because the brush is quite thick. So as you can see, it definitely makes a difference there. Okay, and it obviously lifts it up too. Always look for products that are going to lift your eyes and kind of complement them. Don't kind of go for something that's going to kind of drag your eye down, even if it looks like a really good color, because it might not suit you. So just be aware of that. Okay, almost finished. Okay, I'm going to just focus a little bit more in the corners here. Okay, so you can see the difference it makes, and it's waterproof. So we're going to go the other side, and obviously if it was a longer form content, I'd fast forward this for you guys. I know it's not the most interesting section, but it's been warm tonight. It's been warm today in the UK, actually, for October, and we had a storm a couple of days ago. So the weather just can't make up its mind, basically. So you can see, guys, the more you work with it, the better it gets. So it's definitely, just keep in mind the purple is waterproof. That's what I would recommend you get. I just take my time with the lashes, guys, particularly because I don't use false lashes. I want to kind of get it. Hi, Kaya. I'm almost finished. I do hope that you're going to have a good week. I hope you're well, Kaya. You know, you can always chat away and tell me how you're doing. And if you're not, I understand. It's quite late for you. But I'm always here to chat to. So you can see as I go in further and I separate, I know a lot of people do their mascara super quick, but what I like to do, particularly depending on the shape of the brush, is go in really kind of carefully, because it does pay off. Because you can see, guys, it's separated the lashes really nicely. Sometimes when you go in super quick, it kind of clumps them together. So I know it takes a little bit longer, but it is worth it in the end. You can see I'm just making sure that there's an even amount going all the way across before it all dries as well. Okay, so we're going to go on to the other side now. And then we're almost finished, guys. Thank you for joining tonight. I do appreciate you all. I appreciate the subscribers I have, and anybody new is always welcome. To finish it off, I'm going to go Rimmel or Elf Day Tonight. And it's just like a little duo lipstick set. So the day and night is here. It's just day and night. It's kind of berry color. And I am going to go in with day for this one, just because the pink is quite dark, and I think this would kind of counter it out. So we're just going to, sorry if you can hear the traffic outside. I'm just going to take this is the day, and this is just berries basically. I'll swatch them both for you after this. But definitely autumn colors, guys, for sure. Okay, so let's swatch it. So this is day. Let's swatch that. This is what I've just put on. And then I'll show you night, which is a super berry color. Super berry color. And night. This, okay. So that's what you get. It's from Elf on their website. And it's really handy to kind of pop in your bag. It's very travel friendly. So we finished, guys. We finished the look. I do hope you're all well. Kaya, thank you for joining, and I do hope you have a good week in school. Rumpelstiltskin, thank you, Kurt, for joining, and Melody, it's great to talk to you all. Always feel free to kind of chat, guys, as well, and look at the channel and subscribe if you want to. I will be back on Wednesday, and there will be a longer form content video up on Wednesday. It is the requested by Anna, requested 10-minute makeup, which is really, I think, relatable to a lot of people, because sometimes we only have 10 minutes in the morning to get ready. So I think it's a really good concept as well. And then I'll be on live that night, Wednesday, coming at 8 o'clock UK time. So have a really good rest of your day and night wherever you are, and I'll see you all very soon.